Next TV is sort of a middle of the road 32-inch. It's the Sony 32WE613. So I've done the WD756 before, so this is the model down from that. This one is 720p in relation to the other one being 1080. It is £90 cheaper generally as well on the market, so this one retails around the £259 mark in the UK. I think the other one, being 1080, it retails at £349, which it is a nice TV. But it does depend where it's going. If it's going in a bedroom just for somebody to fall asleep to at night, or in a kitchen while you're cooking, it'll probably be more than acceptable. So we shall get it out and have a look. So first thing first, short figure 8 mains lead and a power pack, 19.5 volt power pack. Place those down there. Quite a nice sort of standard remote. We'll have a look at that close up. Poly on the top. Also pedestal base, so it's pretty much the same pedestal base as the WD756 model. Instruction book in there as well, and a television, which I will just pop safely over there for a moment. Poly back in the box. So I didn't mention it is a smart TV as well, so it's got YouTube, Netflix and whatever other relevant sort of smart apps in your country. I'll just lay that down there. Back of the TV. First thing I do notice that might be an issue to some people, depending, if it's on a sort of double arm bracket across a corner, or you know, swivel it about, that may be a slight issue. It's 200 by 100 that way, so just pointing it out, but make of it what you will. So pedestal stand there with a screw pack. Looks nice and simple. Say screw pack, just 4 short M4 screws in there. That's the pedestal base itself, so quite a nice sort of gunmetal grey brushed finish there. I'll just move the camera back. Okay, so we can see there it's got tabs on the top here, which will locate into here, 2 little slots, so those tabs into the slots there, screws out of the packet. Now, 4 screws out the pack there. That is the pedestal stand attached. So I'll just move my camera around, or maybe I can move the TV box itself. We can just see there 19.5, so that's the DC input for the power pack. Turn it around to the side, so quite nice. If you've still got SCART devices like VCR, still got a SCART socket there. Wired internet socket, does have Wi-Fi built in, I'm sure. HDMI's 1 and 2. One being ARC, or audio return channel. It has got an audio out there, so analog audio out, which I suppose you could use for either headphones or an old audio system. 2 USBs at the top. It does actually say digital audio out optical, which I'll have to investigate because I can't see a specific socket. So the only thing I can think is if that socket's sort of hybrid sort of mix socket, so it's analog audio, and you've also got the optical there on the long sort of, I think it was like a Toslink connector used to go in, I forget the term, but it was the long thin digital optical cable, like on some laptops had those combined, and obviously just our terrestrial aerial socket. If I just come round to this side, it's got the basic on off, volume or functions buttons there that you can go through. We've got the remote control there. So it's got dedicated YouTube and Netflix button. Volume up and down, channel buttons, so all your sort of standard buttons there for your channels and so on. Digital analog, so if you've still got any analog sort of tuned in devices, you can get that. And then you've got your play, pause, fast forward, rewind buttons for your either on-demand apps or connected devices. Okay, so if I just slide that battery cover off, so it's just a bit of pressure there, slides off, 2 AA batteries in there like so, cover back on. Just coming back to that, you can see power pack there, figure 8 mains lead into there, and obviously you can unravel the cable. You've got over a metre of cable there as well. Okay. And the other, silly boy. So if I look in the pack, we'll take it out quickly. So it has actually got a converter here. I'll try and hold it close up to the camera in a moment. But that's a converter for your sort of standard Toslink to that long one there. So that would clip in that digital audio port, and it will give you an optical out as well. So that port is optical and analog, and if I put it in my hand and hold it in front of the camera, you can just see it there. That's that digital audio adapter. A quick view of it from the front before I actually turned it on. You can see there the bezel's slightly thicker than on the WD-756. Well, it's a lot thicker, and it is plastic, where the other one is more of an aluminium sort of finish. I'll just spin it around so you can see from the side. Still quite nice and thin though, but I suppose it doesn't matter unless you mount it on a wall. And then the back, as we've seen. Okay, so I shall get this set up with aerial, internet and mains, and we shall go from there and have a quick look at it turned on. Internet, aerial and mains, I shall turn it on. English. Have to agree to the consent. So I didn't actually press anything then, but it's detected the network connection, which is a cable in my case. Automatic software updates I personally leave on. Don't want remote start. PIN code of your choice. So all it's going to do now is search for channels on my terrestrial aerial connection, which I shall skip through this bit for you because it is boring. Okie dokie. So it has finished the tuning. First region for me is England. Second region is where my antenna is pointing, so it is important to pick the right one. In my case, my aerial or antenna is pointing to Yorkshire. So I shall say OK. Setup complete OK. I'll keep it on home mode. The option there for retail, which I shan't do.
The mince for the lasagna cooks down. Martha has moved on to getting the broccoli and cauliflower for the vegetable bake ready to roast.
1.7.
Will have to decide firstly whether it is an issue that they can rule on, and if they decide that it is, they'll have to come to a definitive judgment as to whether the suspension of Parliament was unlawful.
So this is it on freeview, and I must admit it doesn't look bad. You could probably pick holes in it, but for a 720p television at 259, it is a Sony. It looks quite good to me. I'll turn the sound up. Sounds okay, but you'll see or hear for yourself.
teaches constitutional law at the University of Bristol, and welcome to you both. Perhaps it was just me, but I thought it was an engrossing day today. Joel, starting with you, what was your take on the day's events?
Well, I was at the edge of my seat for most of the day.
It wasn't just me, then.
Not at all, not at all. We saw some of the strongest arguments this morning from St James Eady for government. Really
okay, so, I mean, sound-wise isn't bad. There's no real impact there, but you don't expect it from a small middle-of-the-road television. It is clear sound though, so anybody sort of hard of hearing should get on okay with it. A bit tinny and flat, but clarity is there. Next thing I'll try, I'll just go to the home, see what's there, so we'll have a look at the apps. So you can see I've got all of the apps there that I would expect from my country anyway, so Netflix, iPlayer, UK TV Play, My5, ITV, 4 or all 4. I'm just going to try a quick clip on YouTube just so we can have a look at movement. Okay. Onto my friend's channel. Quick bit of mountain biking. So it's 4K footage. I don't expect it to play in 4K, but it should go to at least 720, which it hasn't at the moment. It's just a quick demo for something fast moving, so I'll see if I can just up that resolution if it's not going to do it automatically. It says HD there, that's best we're going to get them. Okay, so that's just showing footage from a GoPro Hero 7. It does look a bit pixely in places, but I think that's more the GoPro with the stabilisation trying to keep up there from the TV. But movement wise, I think the television looks quite good. So I should just exit this and go back to TV.
Days to prepare these submissions, and if anyone was watching today, you could see the thousands of pages.
That's pretty much it really. So all we can see there, good middle of the road TV from Sony. What I may do next is put the WD-756 next to it, get a quick side by side, this time with the lights on. I think the last side by side I did with the Sony had the lights off. I don't know if it showed it how it should look, so I'll stop this. I'll do another video side by side with the 756.